Okay, today I want to talk about the Node Wrangler add-on. I use it a lot in some of my videos, so I thought I'd make a standalone video to show how to load it and how I use it. And if you don't already know, the Node Wrangler is an add-on that helps speed up the process when you're creating materials. It's not enabled by default, but it is included with Blender, so you don't have to buy anything or download and install it. You just need to come up here to the Edit menu and go to Preferences, Add-ons, and then type Node in the search box. And here it is. Now I already have mine enabled, but yours won't be. So just click here to enable it, and then come down here and click this button and Save Preferences. And now every time you open Blender, it'll be enabled for you to use. Now if you open up the add-on and click this Show Hotkey List button, you can see all the various hotkeys that are available. But honestly, I don't use most of these, so I'm just going to talk about the most common ones that I use all the time. So I'll close this window and come over here to the shading workspace. And I have this basic cube here, and I want to apply a material to it. So I'll hit the Z key on my keyboard and switch to rendered mode, or you can come up here and click this button. And now with the cube selected, I'll click the New button to add a new material, and I'll rename it to Tile. And then I'll select the principled BSDF node, and I'll use one of the most common Node Wrangler hotkeys, which is Ctrl-T. And this will automatically add an image texture node, a mapping node, and a texture coordinate node. So instead of having to hit Shift-A and manually add all these nodes one at a time and then connect them all together, the Node Wrangler does everything with this one hotkey. And depending on which node you have selected, you'll get different results. So if I delete these two and select the image texture node and then hit Ctrl-T, you see it just adds the mapping node and the texture coordinate node. So now I'll click this folder button and browse for my texture. And this one I'm using is called Worn Tile Floor. And if you want to use it for your own projects, you can download it for free from the Polyhaven website. So with the diffuse texture map selected, I'll click Open Image, and now you see it's applied to the model. But it's too big, so I'm going to change the mapping scale to 4 for X, Y, and Z. And that's looking pretty good. So this works great if you just want to add a single texture map, or you just want to add the mapping node and the texture coordinate node. But you see in my material folder, I also have a normal map and a roughness map that I also want to use. And I don't want to manually add all these nodes one at a time and connect them all up. So I'm going to delete what I have here. So I'm back to just these two nodes. And now, like before, I'll select the principled BSDF, but instead of hitting Ctrl-T, I'll hold down Ctrl and Shift and then hit T, and this will open up a browser window. So I'll browse to my material folder, select the diffuse map, then hold down Ctrl and select the normal map and the roughness map. And I also have this displacement map, and you can select this one too if you want. But I don't use displacement very often, so I won't be selecting this one. And now with everything selected, I'll click the Principled Texture Setup button. And you see it automatically added the 3 texture maps, and the mapping and texture coordinate nodes, and the normal map node. And it connected everything for me. It also put the textures in their own frame, and the mapping and texture coordinate nodes in their own frame. And it also set the roughness and normal color space to non-color. And it did all of this with just a one hotkey. So that's a huge time saver for quickly setting up your base textures. And you see the mapping node is automatically connected to all my texture maps. So I can change the mapping scale to 4 for X, Y, and Z. And it adjusts all these at the same time. So now that I have these 3 textures set up, I can quickly preview each of them individually by holding down the Ctrl and Shift keys and then left click on the node that I want to preview. So if I hold down Ctrl and Shift and click on the base color node, Now I'm just seeing the base color on the cube. And likewise, if I hold down Ctrl and Shift and click on the roughness node, now I'm just seeing the roughness map. And the same thing if I hold down Ctrl and Shift and click on the normal map, now I'm just seeing the normal map on the cube. And then if I hold down Ctrl and Shift and click on the principled BSDF node, now I'm back to seeing all the maps displayed on the cube. And this becomes really useful in complex material setups when you need to preview what different nodes are doing independent of the rest of the material. So to demonstrate this, I'll hit Shift-A and add a noise texture. And I want to mix the noise texture with my base color texture. And I could manually add a mix color node and then connect everything up. Or I can select the noise texture and shift select the base color node, then hold down the Control key and hit the 0 key on the number pad, and that will do it all automatically. And I can do the same thing if I want to combine two shaders together. So if I have a principled BSDF node and an emission shader, I can select both of them, then hold down the Control key and hit 0 on the number pad, and that will add a mix shader node and connect everything up. So I'm going to hit Shift-A and add a color ramp and drop it right here in front of the noise texture. And now if I just want to see what the noise texture is doing on the model without all the other textures, I can hold down Ctrl and Shift and click on the color ramp, and now I'm just seeing the noise. And now I can select the noise texture, hit Ctrl-T, and add a mapping and texture coordinate node. And I'll switch from generated to object, and now I can make some adjustments to the noise texture and the color ramp until I get something that looks good. Then I'll hold down Ctrl and Shift and click on the principled BSDF to get back to full material preview. And I'll change the mix blending mode to overlay. And I'll drag the factor amount all the way over to 1. And now I can fine-tune the noise settings and adjust the colors here on the color ramp until I get something that I like. Maybe something like that. And then I'll select all these nodes, right-click and join in new frame. And then I'll right-click on the frame and rename this to noise. And now I want to make some final adjustments to the material, so I'll add an RGB curves node right here, so I can brighten up the base color. And I'll add a color ramp here in front of the roughness map so I can adjust the glossiness a little bit. And that's looking pretty good. But I'm getting a little off track, so back to the Node Wrangler. And I'm going to select these texture nodes and hit Shift-D to duplicate them and drag them over here. And I'll add a mapping node. And now I want to connect this mapping node to all the textures. But instead of manually connecting them all, I can just window select the nodes and then hit K, and that will connect them all up. And if you want to do something like this, just hold down the Shift key and then hold down your right mouse button and drag across all of these lines, and that will connect them. Then you can window select the mapping node and this control point and reposition it wherever you want. Another thing you can do is hit Shift-W, and that will open up the Node Wrangler menu. So if you forgot how to do something, like if you have an image texture and a noise texture, and you want to add a mixed color node and connect them to it, you can select the two nodes, hit Shift-W, go to Merge Selected Nodes, then use Mix Nodes, and choose Mix. And that will add the Mix color node and connect everything up. And you can see everything else is here too. With this image texture selected, I can hit Shift-W and click Add Texture Setup, and it will add the mapping node and the texture coordinate node. Or if I have a principled BSDF selected, I can hit Shift-W and click Add Principled Setup, and then I can select my textures like I did before. So everything is in this menu if you forget or you just don't want to learn all the hotkeys. And if you've been working on a material for a while and you end up with a bunch of extra nodes floating around out here, like these, instead of going around and selecting all the unused nodes, you can just hit Alt-X and it will ask if you want to delete unused nodes. So click Yes, and it will delete any nodes that aren't hooked up to the main material. And like I said in the beginning, there are a lot of hotkeys, but I only covered the ones I typically use. If you work a lot with materials, it'd probably be a good idea for you to go through all the hotkeys and find out which ones would be useful to help speed up your workflow. But that's about it for this one. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and post them below. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.